Hey, so hold on for a second. It takes a little bit longer than I would like for you guys to tell me when I'm not blurry. So I'm looking at it myself. I opened up YouTube. I can see myself, so you don't have to tell me. On my end, it's perfectly clear. So it could have been that I had too many windows open. It could have been that we were blurry. Can somebody tell me what minute mark we're at right now so I can put it in the what they call that? The timestamps. What timestamp is this, guys? By the way, I'm happy this happened as a collective. I usually make you guys wait until everything is uploaded because you're chatting shit about how I'm running late. We have now confirmed that moving forward, I don't care if I'm late. You will not hear from me until the video is done uploading. Can we all agree now that when I say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm late, the video is uploading, and you say, but you're always late. Can we all agree now that it's better for me to wait so we can see me? Look, I tried to do it y'all's way. I was like, no, they get annoyed when I make them wait for the upload. I'm going to go live during the upload. 9:41. Thank you, my love. So never again will I rush to be on time because the video is running late and I don't want y'all to wait. Moving forward, guys, if I say the video is uploading, we're all just going to have to understand that means that at least you get to see me clearly. Somebody said, so Taurus coded. Look, I'm all about a solution. I tried to cheat the system and the system told me to sit the fuck down. All right. So now that we're finally good, let me see. I'm going to send Dexter the link. Dexter, you just texted me. I know. Let me send you the link right now. Hold on. Sending Dexter the link. Let's see. All right. Dexter has the link. So Dex, you can join us in the backstage area and watch the show. You guys, so this is how we're going to do today. And I have to be very, very, that Sora was strong. That was good. All right, guys. So today's going to be a little bit different. The reason why we're doing a members after show, other than the fact that I want to have some time alone with the members, is me and Dexter are going to have a courageous conversation about a friend of ours who is part of something that we think is lame and gross. And for the sake of being socially responsible, number one, I would not have done this live had I not thought that there was merit in still talking about what she did, even though we care about her. And though I'm going to keep it a stack so fucking much, my gut is telling me whoever wants to see is going to have to jump an extra loop. Because y'all know I don't believe in friendly fire. Y'all know that I intentionally tell y'all, don't try to get me to talk about my peoples. If you disagree with them, take that up with them. I'm not their keeper. I'm not their mama. But someone who I used to be very close to is part of some bullshit. Let me breathe. Let me breathe. Let me breathe. Let me call Dex real quick because I sent him the link and he's not on. Hold on. Yeah, somebody that we both know is part of some bullshit, and we want to be able to have this conversation in a way where we're not censoring ourselves because it's Gen Pop. So if you're not a member, tonight might be the night. Because here's the thing. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much damaging shit could I say? The number is about an 8.5. 8.5. And shit that I wouldn't take back because y'all don't know I don't say things I don't mean. So 8.5 is a pretty significant number of how much tea I could spill. And though I'm asking myself, even right now, Blue, how much of it is it responsible to share? That's why I want Dex to come with me. Dex's face will tell me if I'm about to, so yeah, if you want to know who and what we're talking about, that's going to be at the end of this live. So if you are not a member of the academy, the family, then know that today might be the night that you want to be a part of it because me and Dexter are going to tell the truth and shame the devil. Also, too, guys, it is now the 12th. In 48 hours, Bluecentric shop will be shutting down indefinitely for upgrades. So if you had not bought a candle from me, see the little tick at the bottom? Purchase intention candles before shop hiatus. If you ever thought about a candle or an intention candle or a spiritual bath from me, or booked a session with me or anything else with me, and you've been meaning to, this was the last 48 hours for the entire winter. We will not be coming back for at least a month, which means it will be almost spring or spring the next time Bluecentric shop is up for business in the way it currently is. Shout out to everybody who's already bought orders. Shout out to everybody who booked sessions with me, who got 3-packs. If you book a 3-pack session with me, then I manually add the other 2 to my calendar, even while I'm on hiatus. So it kind of grandfathers you in. And for the folks who've asked me, Blue, can you please extend it? Because there's been several of you who've asked me to extend the cutoff. When you are shutting down a site that's doing numbers the way we're currently doing, there's a lot of people involved, a lot of mechanisms involved. So I've already put in the deactivation notice with the platform. I've already called my designer, my financial advisor, and are pulling files and all types of stuff. So there's an army of people who are affected by me doing this. And so, no, I can't, guys. I can't extend it past the 14th. It has to be the 14th. And I need a break. Flo, I love that you said I need a break, because even after the site goes down, it's going to take me another 2 weeks to fulfill all the orders that come last minute. So my break's not coming until February. So don't think that after the 14th, I get to sleep. Child, after the 14th, I still got to fill the damn orders, right? So I'm one step closer to taking a nap in February. I'm one step closer to taking a nap in February. Anywho, today we're going to do some hot topics. I'm extremely tired. I'm very tired. And so I thought I wanted this hot topics to be concise, because I feel like I want to save my energy for what's about to happen in the members only live. And also too, I wanted to make sure that I am figuring out, how do I give you guys quicker, smaller bites of our show and not just the 4-hour deep dives, right? So let's see. I'm sad that even though we can see y'all, we can't see the comments. I actually loved having the comments on the page. I don't know why that's gone. Somebody just said, Blue, your latest short was exactly what I needed today. Oh, I love that. Gave me clarity in the decision. A toxic friend group I desperately needed to drop. Ooh, that's good to know. That's good to know. When I made that video, several people hit me up and called me. I couldn't take any of their calls because I've been working nonstop since I woke up this morning. Like literally, I've been working since I made that video. But though, for those friends who saw the video and that were inspired to reach out, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just as busy as I said in the video, right? And welcome to the new members. Shout out to Amber's World. Oh, wow. That's funny that your name is Amber's World, because that's going to be ironic in a second. All right, guys, let's start with hot topics, right? We're going to do a abnormally short for me hot topics episode that's only going to be an hour and some change, because y'all know a bitch likes to filibuster on the YouTubes and the internets. The first hot topic, hold on, let me pull this up. Oh my, the Golden Globes. Yes, guys, I want to congratulate Tiana Taylor for her Golden Globe win. Fun fact, Tiana Taylor is the first celebrity in my entire life that I ever interviewed. She's the first celebrity I ever interviewed. When Bluecentric Productions was a production company back in 2010, our first professional gig was doing a fashion week like red carpet situation in New York. And the first celebrity that I ever interviewed in my entire career in digital media or working in this aspect was Tiana Taylor. And Tiana is an amazing person. If you know anybody who lives in New York, who's in the industry, they know Tiana Taylor. Everybody I know in New York either knows her or know somebody who knows her. She's very about her city, right? She's a Harlem girl through and through. And when she won, it was so inspiring, because one of the things that Bridget has told me, and Bridget's from New York, so Bridget does know Tiana, is that, you know, she loves watching Tiana's career and how Tiana keeps taking her career back and pivoting. And honestly, I too love that. Actually, guys, I just noticed something. My drapes are open and it's late at night. All my neighbors can see in here. Hold on. Let me close my drapes real quick before my ops start watching me. Hold on. Let me close my drapes. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I don't like the idea that my neighbors could be watching. In fact, guys, what's so funny is there was a live that we did when my sister was in town where my patio door was open and I didn't notice. And she was like, you know, the whole cul-de-sac heard live, right? And I was like, oop, that's awkward. And there was an interesting moment that happened where somebody parked in my parking spot on Christmas. I was very annoyed. We found out who he is. He was very kind. He apologized. And then he added me to the group chat. Apparently, because we're in a gated community and it's a really small section of us here, we're on, like our own little ecosystem. He added me to the gated community group chat. And based on how warm everybody had seemed, I was like, oh, I'm in the group chat. This is so cool. We family. Ew. And mind you, this is the kind of cul-de-sac where the two women who live in the houses across from me, one is an Irish woman who was the first person to move into the area. The second one is a white woman who seems very progressive, very chill. I feel like she would have worn a pink pussy hat back during the protests. She was really cool. I saw this really well-dressed Asian lady with a I think it was a Birkin child. I was like, ooh, not a Birkin bag, baby. Okay, I see you, bitch. So the neighborhood just seems like it is full of people 30 and up who are doing well in life. The man who apologized and added me to the group chat is a gay man with a cute dog and a husband. So it's very much that aesthetic, right? Like that modern family aesthetic. So when they add me to the group chat, I'm excited. And my first thought was, I hope the group chat wasn't talking shit to me when I was threatening to tow the car of whoever stole my parking spot. That was my first thought. But then he was so kind. I was like, oh, I have nothing to worry about. So he gets in the group chat and he says, hey guys, here's Blue. She's our new neighbor. I'm like, hi everybody, I'm Blue and I live in the house number blankety blank. Crickets. Crickets. Not a single fucking person welcomed me to the group chat. Last Tuesday, it's been a full week. Crickets. In fact, not only did nobody respond to me being welcome to the group chat, a couple hours later, when I'd forgotten all about it, someone said, hey, anybody have a screwdriver? The only response to, hey guys, thank you for adding me to the group chat and I'm happy to be a part of the community is, anybody have a screwdriver? Now, here's the thing. I didn't take it personal at first because y'all know a bitch stays busy these days. I'm like, oh, I didn't think nothing of it. Because some group chats are like non-active, right? So I'm thinking, oh, the group chat's not active. Whatever, no biggie. 2 days ago, the same guy said, welcome somebody else to the group chat because apparently he's the group chat ambassador. And he says, hey guys, this is insert name that sounds like either an African man or an Asian man. You know how there's some names that you can't tell if they're African or Asian because there's like a strong K-U sound in them. So imagine if the name was a Conquo or something like that, right? A name that has a strong U and a strong K sound. So I was like, I can't tell if the name is African or Asian. Either way, what's up? How you doing, right? So he says, hey guys, welcome so-and-so. Now I'm thinking, well, these niggas don't talk, so I'm just gonna say hi because I don't want to be rude and I don't want him to get the silent treatment that I got. So I said, hey, welcome Okonkwo. His name was not Okonkwo. That's a name from a book called Things Fall Apart. Really good book. So I was like, hey, welcome Okonkwo, thinking I'm gonna be the only voice. Do you know for 2 fucking days straight, my phone was pinging of people welcoming him to the community? They welcomed this motherfucker to the group chat for 2 days. My phone was bzz, 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 welcome. Yay, hey. Bzz, bzz. Now I'm looking at the phone like, oh, so y'all know how to respond a lot. Day 1, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to take this personal. It's some bullshit, but I'm not going to take it. By day 2, I said I can't take it. Because 111, y'all know there was a 111 portal, and as somebody who is an intuitive, whenever there's portals or full moons and shit, I can tell without looking at an almanac because I start to feel like I feel everything really heavy. So I'm on the way to the candle shop, and I'm about to do the huge order of big wick candles. I think I was about to pour like 30 big wick candles and like 60 good juju candles, right? So it is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm heading for an all-nighter at the candle shop. As we're pulling in, and I always say this, whatever candle I'm about to pour, I always have to be intentional because whenever I get to the shop, the energy in the shop is so potent. I've had mailmen, Bridget, my sister, Strength. Everybody's like, yo, the energy in the shop is so potent. Be careful what you're thinking in there. In fact, the one rule of the shop is you can't be in a bad mood in the shop. The shop will soak up that feeling, right? So as I'm approaching the shop, the minute I walk in the shop, something happens to me where suddenly everything starts clicking. And I'm like, nah, this is some bullshit. This is some fucking bullshit. If y'all had a problem with me for threatening to tow somebody's car on Christmas fucking day because you stole my spot, I'm the victim here. How the fuck am I the bad guy? So I hit up the guy who added me to the group chat privately. I said, hey, yo, bruh, real quick, I'm just going to ask you a question. When you introduced me to the group chat, it was crickets. And now that Okonkwo is in the group chat, my phone has been fucking doing a shimmy for 2 days straight. Did I offend the neighbors? Keep it a stack. Did I offend the neighbors? That's the big, yes, big wig. You see how this is one of the reasons why I need to reconfigure how I do the candle shop, because I promise you, whatever candle I'm pouring, that's my mood the whole fucking day. So now I'm on some big wig shit. I'm like, yo, what's good? The fuck? So why you add me to this to play in my face? It took him about, yes, it's called Big Wig Energy. Guys, I'm gonna miss the candle shop, because I will say I was annoyed when I pulled up when I sent that text. I was singing and dancing. Well, I was also pouring the good juju. That's so funny. When I was pouring the big wicks, I was being confrontational and was like, what's tea? And then about an hour or so later, when I pivoted to starting the good juju, then I started dancing. I was in a happy mood. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Well, so he responds about an hour later when I'm starting to pivot from the big wigs. And he says, well, the group chat can be hit or miss sometimes. And a lot of folks in there are roommates, because apparently, because these houses are not inexpensive, these are 3-bedroom houses. So I think some people have like I know there's 2 brothers who live in a house together. I know there's a couple. So I think I'm one of the few dummies who got a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house to live by themselves, right? Everybody else has roommates. So he was like, no, a lot of them are roommates. And that's why they talk to each other in shorthand. It's hit or miss. It's probably nothing personal. I'm not sure I believe him. I'm self-aware to know this is a very quiet cul-de-sac. I am a quiet, big energy when it comes to dwellings. I don't really talk to anybody. I keep to myself. However, and this is not a flex, I promise you, this is just me being self-aware. Since the day I signed my lease, there has been at least 1 or 2 black SUVs pulling up to my front door to take me places every day for 3 weeks straight in this quiet little community. So when they're constantly seeing black cars showing up left and right to take me, mind you, sometimes I be looking homeless. I be in my pajamas about to go to the supermarket to grab. No, let me stop lying. I don't do my own grocery shopping. I be going places looking homeless, but in a black SUV. So number one, they probably think I'm some bougie, just big energy bitch, right? Also, when I moved in, the company that moved me gave me an influencer discount, but I think they thought I lived in a mansion because the truck that they sent me was ginormous. So also, I moved in with this big, flashy, pink truck with all of my shit. And my sister and Bridget and I be kikiing when we get out the car late at night from the candle shop. So I know that my presence is felt. Nothing that I'm doing is wrong. It's not even obnoxious. It's just conspicuous. Does that make sense? I remember last week I told Bridget, I was like, I think they all think I'm some weird exotic bird. I can tell. I think they all think I'm some weird, flashy, exotic bird. And so between that and I will burn this entire cul-de-sac down if you don't get the fuck out of my parking spot, which on Christmas Day is warranted. I'm not apologizing for that shit. I think somebody might have been talking shit and now they're all a little bit nervous. So yeah, that's my update on what's happening with life. Now I'm going to do a quick thing on Teyana Taylor because I love her. And then before we pivot to the second topic, I'm going to have Dexter join us. So Dexter's in here. I see you, my friend. We're going to do some hot topics as quickly as possible. We're obviously going to run late because it's 8:27 my time and we haven't even gotten to the hot topics yet. But I have to get that out because it really hurt my feelings. Guys, I'm not opposed to saying when things hurt my feelings. That's why when I say things I don't give a fuck, I really mean it. Because if I do give a fuck, I also really mean it, right? So we'll see if the neighbors are kinder to me. I'm a little sad that they didn't respond. And also, too, it's fleeting. I'm a fun bitch. When the summer comes and they can smell barbecue on my patio and shit, and they hear salt and, Michelle Ndegonchego wafting through my window, somebody's gonna whatever up. But it's so funny. I've never given a fuck about neighbors before. And that's how I know I'm aging. I actually care about my neighbors. I've never cared about neighbors before. Thank you to people who are saying, somebody said, I'm sorry, Blue. I haven't been rejected. They've just been rude. I remember, and also too, living in this house is all the fucking compensation I fucking need. And Dexter, I invited you over. You haven't come over yet. I need you to know, Dex, 90% of the people I know will never see this house. So please take that invitation seriously, friend. I love you. 90% of the people who know me and who I love are still never going to see this home. So I love you, Dex. All right, let's watch Teyana Taylor win because she's an amazing person. For those who don't know, Teyana Taylor won a Golden Globe yesterday for Time After Time, or one thing after another. That's what it's called, One Thing After Another. And I'm mad at y'all because you all told me the movie sucked and I shouldn't watch it, and now the damn thing is winning all the Golden Globes. I feel like y'all set me up. I'm not going to get into what happened to Sinners because then it's going to spike my blood pressure. I'm not going to get into that. Shout out to Wound Me and Haley for both being pregnant by Smoke and Stack. If you've live on threads, you know what I'm talking about. So let's see what Tiana had to say and what the audience had to say. Because the reason why I am starting with Tiana is because I thought we were all happy for her. But last night, again, I didn't leave the shop till midnight, so I didn't get home till about 12:15 because my old house and my new house are only about 20 minutes away from each other. And I woke up this morning and people saying there was like some kind of debate or discourse about her winning. And I was like, who the fuck is mad at Tiana Taylor for winning? In fact, you know what? Fuck it. Let me get Dexter on. Dexter, just come. Hey, what's up, friend?
Hi, boo-boo.
Yeah, just come because I need to talk to you. And let's just do me and you for a second. Do you have any intel? Because I do have some videos that are going to explain stuff, and we're going to watch those together. But what is your take on the Tiana thing since I've been working and I missed out?
The main take is that this role, without giving spoilers and anything away, and hey everybody, hi.
Y'all happy to see you.
But it's very similar and akin to Halle Berry's role that she won her Oscars for.
Mm-hmm.
I have a personally different take on it, but it's because the discourse is very valid. It's very understandable. Like, I completely get when I heard the critique of it because I've seen the film, and I personally enjoyed it.
Okay.
Knowing what it is, knowing it's Paul Anderson Thomas film, knowing like the lore of it, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the best depiction of Black women? God, no. God.
No,
not at all.
So now I want to watch it.
But it's an interesting, and honestly, categorizing it as a comedy was the right move for me personally. It is a very dark action comedy. 100%.
Is it still in theaters, or do I have to go to a streamer, friend?
Oh, you can. It's on HBO Max.
Oh, okay, cool. And HBO has been kind of dry lately, so you're giving me a reason to finally use that app. Okay, guys, we're gonna watch the video together. Say hi to Dexter. For those who don't know, this is Dexter Mayfield, the Dexter. Okay, Dexter, you know I only get a day off once a month, so the next time I send an SOS to come to the house.
I got you now. I was standing by. You saw me. I was busting out laughing from that.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the end of Q4 threw me for a loop. That's it. I'm just gonna say that. It's just
Mike. I told Mike to show up in his robe. We were kicking on the couch with my sister till like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, I definitely should have, but my energy that day, I was not. Yes.
Funny enough, my energy that day was low too. If I didn't live here, I'm not sure I would have come over either, to be perfectly honest. All right, let's watch the video, guys. Let's see about Tiana's win. And thank you, Dexter, for setting the stage. I do think that I found like 3 or 4 clips to explain it to us, and I intentionally didn't watch them because I want to have a pure reaction.
Yeah.
And though, I do think that in one of the videos they did mention something about Halle Berry, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." So let's see what they have to say. Hold on, let me remove this and then add it back.
Almost didn't even write a speech because I didn't think I would get this. Oh, my babies.
Okay, first of all, you could tell that she had, you guys can't tell, but there's a clip that I didn't want to show because, copyright. You know how when Beyonce shocked about winning that award? Tiana had an even more believable version of that shock. Do you agree, Dex?
Agreed.
When Beyonce looked shocked, there was a conspiracy theory that, bitch, you already knew you were going to win. We love Beyonce, but, there was that conspiracy theory. With Tiana,
with that one, she thought she felt she was going to win album.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know she was going to win country. That is where the shock was. The shock was the country.
It's a great nuance, actually. All right.
And she just sat down. Like, literally got there, just sat down.
Oh, is that why she was like, oh, hold on, I just got here?
Like, when I say that's why the wire was up, she literally just sat down.
Oh, okay. Let's watch TT. I love seeing women win. I love seeing Black people win. I love seeing Black women win. So this was a heartwarming moment for me, which is why I was like, wait, y'all not just clapping? Why are we having discourse?
My babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me right now.
That's a real mother, by the way. A Black mother is going to always Black mother. Do we agree, Dex?
You already know.
Do we agree? Okay.
My favorite thing about Cousin Tiana Taylor, outside of her being a complete aesthetic, is that she never ever forgets where she came from. If you from New York City, then you either know Tiana Taylor personally, know somebody who knows Tiana Taylor, or you've met Tiana Taylor at some point. But first, let's get into the fact that she's completely and utterly just the aesthetic.
Tiana
looks the fuck good.
The fact that she had the peekaboo dress that Kim got in trouble for, also like, or a more elevated version, gagged me.
Do we see how the mug is sitting and the titties are sitting? The skin is moisturized.
Honey, Eartha Kitt, Dionne Warwick, Dorothy Dandridge all wrapped into one. It's literally like magnificent.
Have you ever been in that ballroom where they throw the Golden Globes? Have you ever been?
Yes.
There?
I've been in there for the GLAAD Media Awards, and
that makes sense.
The energy's palpable. It's like, and this, I feel like this is the best red carpet they've had. Most people's looks like slapped this night. Like it was a very well produced evening of award show extravaganza for sure.
Full disclosure, I'm in that room every year for the Hollywood Unlocked Awards. We were there last year when Keke Palmer just grabbed the phone and grabbed the mic and started saying, "I'm going down." And I will tell you this, it's more intimate than it looks, guys. And people get drunk.
It's a tight fit, y'all.
It's a small room, baby. Okay, you can smell Leonardo DiCaprio's breath in the bathroom.
Them people in the back is really tight. Like if they are up a stair or a little bit of a stair, because I've also been there for like a fundraiser too. Like it's tight. It is tight, and especially with the staging, that's a lot.
That room is very intimate. So just know that everybody who's in that room could like cough and have some spit hit the other person. So it's a very tight room.
Ice right here.
Yeah, because y'all seen that walk? Y'all seen that strut? Y'all seen the look over the shoulder? Ain't that? What is we talking about? Big New York City. Fine. Stop playing with her. And the face card don't never decline.
Nope.
Don't never decline. But this was my favorite part of her speech when she won the Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress tonight.
My brown sisters and little brown girls watching tonight, our softness is not a liability. Our depth is not too much. Our light does not need permission to shine. We belong in every room we walk into. Our voices matter and our dreams deserve space. Thank you so much.
And she ate that. Everything about it. Perfection. Shout out to my sis. Well deserved.
I know this post is going to sound like I'm hating, but it's just a fact. One Battle After Another was a really good movie.
Oh, okay.
Tiana Taylor won the award for Best Female Supporting Actress in a Movie for her performance in One Battle After Another. The runtime for One Battle After Another is 2 hours and 42 minutes. Tiana Taylor shows on screen for that movie for roughly about 20 minutes.
Now, wait. People kept on saying she was barely in the movie, but Viola Davis won for Doubt, and Viola Davis was only in Doubt for 10 minutes. That's half the time of 20 minutes. Viola won for 10 minutes. So her winning for 20.
And once you watch the film, you'll know why. Like, especially you, because I know how you'll actually watch it.
I can't wait now.
Well, one, also from your producer, I'm definitely intrigued with what your takeaway is going to be. But for me, especially like for the filmmaker who made it, it's because he's done Boogie Nights and a number of other films. Like, you know, there's a part where during his films, it gets like, okay, girl, can we keep it moving? And I didn't feel that for this, but that's just my take. That's just my take.
Okay. Now, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to make myself watch the movie sometime this week and maybe do a live. And next, you're free to come back. Do a live where we talk about how I feel about it now that I've seen it, knowing that she's winning for it.
And like, it is one of those that you will have to watch all the way through to understand her character's impact.
Okay, no more. Okay, now I'm intrigued. Now I'm intrigued.
And she won the award for Best Female Supporting Actress. Two different ways of looking at it. One, in that short, limited amount of time she had on screen, she was that dynamic. Or two, the other people in the category, with I'm sure with the over 45 minutes to an hour time in the movie, were boring.
Dexter, which one is it? Was she that good or were they that bad?
Definitely not. They were not that bad, because for me, it's one of my favorite roles that Leo has done.
Oh, wow.
Sean Penn is phenomenal. I'm gonna give him his flowers. Both of them are like, a lot of people feel Sean's performance is better, but his character as a whole has more meat to grind.
Okay, not too much, Dexter. Keep it short, because I do not want to know too much.
I ain't gonna give too much away, but
I don't want. But I will say this though: was Sean Penn there yet last night?
Huh?
Was Sean Penn there last night?
Oh yeah, and Nikki Glazer got.
Okay, let me hit play, child.
Either way, congratulations, Tiana Taylor.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy you asked. Tiana Taylor winning that Golden Globe is the same reason why Halle Berry is the only black woman, or one of the few black women, with a Best Actress Oscar. Halle Berry won for Monsters Ball, and the theory behind why she won is the fact that she was a black woman being fetishized by a white man with a racist father. Tiana Taylor's character in One Battle After Another is basically the same thing, except for the fact that she's not being fetishized by just one white man, she's being fetishized by two. Both
two?
Sean Penn's character and Leonardo DiCaprio's character. She plays a aggressive black sexual temptress twice over. And just like Monsters Ball, there are very intense sexual scenes between her and these two white men. Like, Sean Penn's character is obsessed with her, and he's very openly racist and homophobic. Also, Tiana Taylor is only in the movie for the first half of the movie. She completely
No, I think this one, it's only a 60-second video, so it's almost done. But
she's giving a lot of the plot points away a lot. That's why I was like, that one is very much spoiler.
So Sean Penn and Leo both fetishize her.
I wouldn't say one does.
Don't, okay, yeah.
100%. The other one doesn't. And I'm not going to say.
Okay, no, okay, yeah, no, okay. This is tricky.
But like, the point she's making is what I was referring to, is that it's extreme. That's an extremely valid perspective. But again, understanding the context of the film, and it's just, I don't know. I just have a very nuanced take.
Don't share it. No nuanced takes before we watch the movie. Y'all are, if I had known that this movie was going to make me want to watch it, I would have kept this part out. God damn. Well, I would say this. She's pregnant in the video. I mean, in the commercial. So I know somebody's stooping her. Now that okay, well, this is gonna be
a main character like that. And I don't say this to take away anything from her award, because I am genuinely happy for her. But white Hollywood does have a theme.
They do.
I'm seeing a lot of, specifically the comments about the length of time that Tiana Taylor was in One Battle After Another. They said it was like 20 minutes. I think when Judi Dench won her award for maybe it was Shakespeare, I think she was on the screen. They said she was on the screen for 9 minutes.
10 to 12, I checked.
Jamie Lee Curtis was not on the screen very long when she beat Angela Bassett for that Oscar. The interesting thing, and kind of low-key one of the things I love about the supporting actor and actress categories, is that whimsical, odd, unexpected wins can come. And it's not about the length of time. Sometimes it's about how long you were on screen and how pivotal that was.
Yes, I said stupid. My mother used to work at a Jewish nursing home, guys. My childhood is full of just
Honey, it's a lot of stupid.
Oh, really? Okay, now really
story. Sometimes it's just your time. Sometimes it was that moment that you had on screen and how everyone is talking about it. Sorry, my alarm went off. How everyone is talking about it, right? These Academy voters are real people, but and it's a lot of black men talking about it.
Oh.
Like, I see black men talking about the character and the things, fine. I guess she was an op in there and it was given a Monsters Ball set. Ashe, unpack that. But also
not.
That, was that El Nora damn movie last year? Mm-hmm. Where that Mickey girl that we had just seen in motherfucking Scream getting slapped up against the stove, beat to be more. Sometimes, even when it's valid discourse, it's also valid to think about when people choose to tap into discourse. Ooh. And I just be like, yeah, it might be a full stunt. And these white women do it all the time. So can we just have a parade and hip hip hooray for my sis?
Our light does not need permission to shine. We belong in every room we walk into. Our voices matter and our dreams deserve space. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Are you sensitive?
So this is Cam Newton. Oh God, he's gonna be the next topic. So what I'm hearing from listening to Dominique is her critique is even if it is a stunt, we let the stunt go off all the time for white actresses, but the minute it's a black actress, we weigh it down with all this expectation and discourse. What are your thoughts about that take, Dex?
That take, I'm in alignment with
Mhm.
Dom. If we are a diaspora and if we have various lived experiences,
Mhm.
and especially for her, I'm trying not to give too much away. In the context of the storyline,
Mhm.
it
Mhm. No spoiler.
actually, like, I'm not gonna give anything away with
Okay.
this part.
By the way, this is for the
Um,
Golden Globes. I'm using my little popcorn thing, but this is great.
someone just said that Tiana's role is way more nuanced than Hallie's, and that's 100% correct. And especially given the context of the character development and, you know, essentially what part of the revolution each of these people play within this film.
Okay,
I
pause,
think
pause, pause, pause. I'm actually going to stop because now, so here's the thing. My brain connects dots too easy. If you talk anymore, I'm going to figure out the movie too much.
okay, so yeah, so
we're going to stop.
given that, I personally am in 100% alignment with what Dom said. Like,
Mhm.
if you just watch the film for the film's sake, not taking into consideration patterns that obviously are established within our industry, I think that one, she deserved the award for this role.
Oh, okay. You think she deserves it? Great.
Just of the people in that of the performances in that category, because I've seen multiple in that specific category, she deserved it. Just hands down, flat out. Like, if Wound Me was, but Wound Me, they wouldn't be because it's a comedy. Because with this one, it's just supporting actor and a motion picture. They don't separate it by comedy or musical with this one. So it's just, I think she deserved her flowers. And I think this is, for me, the next, if it's between Wound Me and Tiana in other categories and nominations, it's going to be a very difficult choice.
Thank you for that. That's a great recap. And you guys, we're gonna pivot to, I know. Every time I see Cam Newton, he looks like a popsicle. His outfits upset me.
I'm over self-righteous men. I'm
We're
just
gonna do
fine.
this part very quickly.
Extreme. I'm a Cancer. I'm extremely sensitive. What's your sign?
I'm a god.
Huh?
I'm smiling, but it ain't funny.
So, guys, we're gonna do a very quick recap of the Cam thing because I told y'all I'm not watching the Lady London interview. However, y'all keep on shoving these clips down my throat. And I had a quick comment that I wanted to say about Cam, but it requires me to level set. So now we have to watch this clip just so that those of you who don't know what we're talking about can at least go along the ride. Because I always promise you that I will always level set so that even if you're coming to me for me, you still understand what the fuck we're talking about. So let's watch this very quickly.
I'm smiling, but it ain't funny.
The God that I serve said I'm a direct reflection of him.
Okay.
I'm not laughing.
God also illustrated the stars as signs and symbols to paint the image to Abraham. So it's definitely constellations and things like that are talked about in the Bible as well.
By the way, watching this clip was triggering for me because the way that she has to deal with Cam, who's self-impressed but also a bit of a dummy, is the way that I deal with a lot of men on first dates.
Baby, she just ate that up right there. Because I have not seen this clip, but that was a beautiful reply. That was a beautiful reply.
I couldn't play the eclectic clip. I would actually walk off my own show.
But we can get into when's your birthday. I can redirect the question.
Okay, every day is my birthday.
Okay, fabulous.
Every day's my birthday is jokes.
Love that.
Come on now, dog.
That's
Come
ridiculous.
on, man.
There's like a part of me that's like Kanye West,
Why, Cam?
and then there's also a part of me that like TD Jakes.
That's kind of redundant.
Oh, Dexter.
Am I wrong?
I may just hit. Oh shit.
And I'm just trying to ask you a question. I'm sorry, it's just May 11th, 1989. I was born on a Sunday.
So you're a Taurus. Taurus men are not okay. The same way Leo women don't be claiming their men. Taurus women, we don't claim our men either. thoughts, Dexter, before we continue? Because I need a break from this man already. I can't do more than 6 seconds of him at a time.
I think we've seen all we need to see. I'm good. We can
This
move on.
I am my mom's favorite son. She would never admit it, but I think that to be true.
Not ain't being funny. Was Cam Newton drunk during the Lady London interview? No funny shit. No funny shit.
He was scared.
She said, "What's your sign?" This man said, "I am a god."
100% scared.
Wait a minute.
She said, "Love."
Because when you talk with the video, they can't. You have to wait for the video to stop so they can't hear you. What happened, love?
He was scared. He was 100% intimidated and scared. That's
of Lady London.
Yeah.
So he's not used to talking to intelligent women?
Are any of them?
But here's the thing. I've met Jazz before. We spent hours and hours together backstage at a Angela Yee event. And she was brilliant. That's why I'm so confused about her being with him. But there are smart girls, myself included, who play stupid when they're around a nigga that they're dignitized by.
And there you go. And,
yeah,
and
Jazz was not
like,
a dummy. Ugh.
And it's also like, and given in situations like these, I kind of see how they move in public and how they move in private, and specifically how they move
is the perfect phrase, Flo. You're right. She's dick dumb.
And that there's that, but also the way he treats and communicates with her is probably completely different than the way he communicates with the public.
Someone said she's a Taurus too. Oh, she's never leaving. Oh God.
That love that. Let me read. She's telling him that God also made signs and like the universe, whatever, to Abraham for signs to be made or whatever. So he like, never mind. My birthday, May 11. I was born on a Sunday. I see somebody look up that May 11, 1989 was not a Sunday. Then
it wasn't a Sunday. Dexter, please look it up as we play the clip.
she said, okay, when your birthday? He said, every day is my birthday. Like, bruh. Then the man proceeds to spell eclectic wrong, spells it with an N, then pronounces it eclectic still. Then she says, what's the N for? She says, niggatry, he gonna dap her up. What the fuck? Like, I'm trying to figure out, was he like nervous? Was he trying to riz her up? It reminded me of like when a dude approach a girl and she said,
no, two Tauruses might not be fights every day. I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that Taurus fight. Taurus don't fight, they respond. Tauruses almost never start.
Babe, it was a Thursday.
Yeah, I was born on a Thursday. He's a fellow Taurus born on Thursday. I'm going to say this. As a Taurus, every Taurus I know, even the ones that I cannot stand, try to stay in there because we're lazy, guys. We try to stay in our little corner, but if something makes us see red like an actual bull, we'll charge at it for offending us. But we don't approach people unless we're offended. Most Tauruses, except for the men are toxic, but most Tauruses I know who are women or well-adjusted.
That's true. That I will say that. Like,
we're lazy. It's not because we're good people. We're just too lazy to go over there unless you piss us off.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're fighting. I think she's fucking and feeding him and trying to get pregnant by him and keeping her house and her wallet full. And I think he's being a narcissist who is making her hop on one leg and bark like a dog. She's gonna get pregnant again, huh? How many kids they got, Dexter?
I have no clue.
I'm so nervous.
They know, and he don't know how to walk away. That's what that like look like. But I did not know Lady London was that intelligent and smart. She definitely gained a fan based off the interview. You can tell she like mentally is there. You know what I mean?
2 kids.
And then 2, when she was naming, he was like, who do you look up to? And she said like Slick Rick. She said Jay-Z. She said a bunch of other names, but they were like older people. She said Michael Jackson. And this man proceeds to say, what about like, you know what I'm saying, people from our generation? You said Jay-Z. Jay-Z was the oldest. Jay-Z was she said Quincy Jones. She said like older, and she was saying that she don't look up to people who sit beside her. She look at the people who have come before her. But that interview by Cam, if that did not show that, somebody said football was his only choice, and that got to be the truth.
What the hell? By the way, guys, I made the point to just grab.
He has 2 with her, but 9 technically total with stepkids, but 6 are his.
So Ugh, he's exhausting. Cam Newton is a perfect example of a man who's technically attractive and technically talented, but every time he opens his mouth, both become less relevant. I picked a man and a woman to talk about this because I'm never watching that interview. I'm never watching that interview.
That was more than enough that I needed. Like,
yeah, that was more than I wanted, honestly. But I had to let the clip play out.
But just seeing the way Lady London handled him anyway, and with grace, and didn't like essentially pierce his ego.
That's me with every man I've ever dated. It's exhausting.
What do Cam Newton be talking about? Like, seriously, like if y'all haven't seen the Lady London podcast episode, please go watch it because that man is all over the place. First, he's like, who inspires you? She gives a long list of who she says inspires her. She lists Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson, Jay-Z, amongst other people, Slick Rick. And Cam Newton's first thing, he goes, Jay-Z is the oldest person on that list. Quincy Jones is on the list. Michael Jackson is on the list. What do you mean Jay-Z is the oldest person on that list? Then he like tries to throw like a little bit of shade and kind of stir the pot a bit because he's like, ooh, like that's very telling. You didn't name anybody your age. And she goes, well, you asked me like who inspires me. I'm not inspired by anybody my age. I'm inspired by those who came before me. He goes, no, he tried to correct her. And he goes, no, if you really listen to what I asked, I said, who do you enjoy listening today? That's not what he said. He quite literally said, who inspires you, not who you enjoy listening to. So he's like lying in 4K. They move on. First of all, you can already tell that Lady London is beyond irritated. Like, she's not smiling. Like, you know how we just sit there and kind of just like, you know, smile, be nice. She's not smiling. She's like rolling her
Yes, guys, Lady London started off the clip by saying she was a Cancer.
eyes like she's so over the interview. This is when the interview kind of just gets chaotic at this point because she goes, oh, what's your zodiac sign? And he said, I'm a god. It's complete silence, awkward silence. She just keeps staring at him. And then she goes, let me redirect the question. When is your birthday? And he's like, I'm like half TD Jakes, half Kanye West, you know? She just stares at this man. And he goes, I'm sorry. Let me act right. He goes, my birthday is May 11th, 1989. You know, I'm a king. You know, I was born on a Sunday. I took the liberty of researching what day May 11th, 1989 fell on because I know Cam Newton is just so full of shit. And it was not a Sunday. It was a Thursday.
Guys, I didn't know that I accidentally picked the person who was referenced by the first video for the second video. That's actually fucking
Are you shocked? I'm not. I'm not at all.
It was her.
So there's that. He keeps going. He's not answering any questions directly. Like, he knows what she's asking, and he's just making lefts and rights. He's not being direct at all. So she's like, oh, like, I like your style. Like, I like what you're wearing. And like, how would you
You said y'all want Cam to be the next Mark Lamont Hill and win the Super Bowl at the same time? No, we want him to be literate. That bar's pretty low, my love. Lee, Mark Lamont
I don't
Hill,
even need literate. I need just have common sense. That's it.
Basic competency is not Mark Lamont Hill.
describe your fashion sense? And he's like, eclectic. And she's like, it's eclectic. It's eclectic. He goes, no, eclectic. And she goes,
my pussy would have dried up. I'm sorry. I don't.
That's what that tweet was. That's what that thread
Eclectic.
was about. Okay, because I was like, wait, what is? Because I saw somebody say eclectic. I was like, what are we talking?
I watched that clip, and that's the one that made me mad. He said eclectic, and when she corrected him, he said, well, I made up a word. No, you've just been saying it wrong the entire time, and your girl Jazzy didn't tell you.
it's eclectic. And she goes, she goes, spell it. He goes, Nclecta, something like that.
Illiterate.
And she goes, there's no N. He goes, no, that's my word. And she goes, so you're making up words now. And he goes, that's my word. Which the word he spells eclecta. And he goes, eclectic, and the N it stands for something. And she's like, niggatry. And he goes, and daps her up. What the fuck is going on? Like, the whole interview is just like, what are we talking about here? Like, they were having two completely different conversations. She's like so like level-headed and just like very tolerant, but you can tell that she was very irritated. But it's like Cam Newton was exhausting. It's like he's that person that thinks that he's right about everything. He's the man that has to be right, and his ego, his pride is so high that he could not take her correcting her on the word eclectic. So he diverted it and said, oh, it's my own word. I made it up. Like, on the
It's called gaslighting, and she's right.
spot, just made his own word. And he's that person in the classroom that thinks that they're the smartest person in the classroom, that wants to try to correct the teacher. Like, there is no winning with him. And lastly, like, what I'm noticing when Cam Newton specifically interviews Black women that are smart, because he did everything that he did with the Lady London interview, he did the same thing with that doctor. I think Dr. Bryant is her name, where she was just like telling him about himself. Like, he was just so argumentative. He was so indirect. He just kept back and forth while saying nothing. Like, that interview was exhausting. Cam Newton is exhausting. I don't know how he keeps popping on my feed because I am not searching for him.
I'm going to fast forward this. I want to read this quote real quick. Somebody said Cam did an interview with T.G. Jakes and Cam needs intense therapy. His parents have wounded that man. I'm going to say this. I'm calling Cap a little bit, not on the wound, but Cam Newton has now had about a dozen clips of people having an impact on him and his wounds. I now think it's a scheme that Todd set up. The first time somebody blows your mind, oh my God, but it's been about 12 times. How many is Jesus Jesus Cristo gonna have to come down during Easter so Cam can have another clip? How many more times are y'all gonna let Cam Newton pretend that he just found out that he was dumb?
It's 2026. We're no longer doing that.
We're no longer doing.
We're either gonna have the conversation to uplift somebody, or we're gonna leave them behind. I'm too tired. I'm exhausted.
You're not.
It is the 12th day of 2026, and I am exhausted with people. It's too much.
I'm sad, but I think the first time it happened, it was sincere, and then it did such viral numbers. It's now become a viral ploy, and y'all keep falling for it. We have the, oh my God, Cam Newton's so stupid, this deep person finally got to him conversation every quarter. Every quarter
is crazy.
I can name like 6 people off the top of my head who've had this moment with him already in the last year and a half.
All right, every quarter is nuts.
Every quarter is nuts. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about, I've been questioning how to deal with Black women in the last 24 hours because y'all been getting on my fucking nerves, not as a Black woman myself, but as somebody who can read. The Pick-Mishas. Dexter, I'm going to take you down for a quick second. I'm going to do a quick intro. Hey, guys. Hi, I'm Blue Telusma, and I am a well-read, well-traveled, decent, emotionally intelligent, securely attached person who prides herself on not thinking anybody's better than me, but also not thinking I'm better than anybody. And that's a tricky balance to strike these days when literacy seems at an all-time low. And though, to all you Pick-Mishas out there, there's a post that I wrote on Threads. I'm going to read it to you very quickly, and we're going to have Dexter come back up. For those who are watching this as a clip, because I think I might clip this one up. Jackie percent I'm going to clip things up, and then life won't let me. But I think this one I might actually clip up. I'm going to read what I wrote on Threads that got me cussed the fuck out. This is going to be real quick, okay? I wrote, hold on. Damn, there's a lot of responses. I didn't realize y'all responded this. Y'all, I will go on Threads and post stuff, and then I'll go back for a day, and y'all think I'm ignoring you, and I have no idea what you're even saying. Let me see. Here it goes. First of all, to Kayla Nicole, Saranis, and all the other influencers and content creators who have been posting, we don't even know those people, to show that they think we're all fucking stupid for caring about Christy and Desmond's divorce. I wrote this and I meant it with my full chest. Hold on, let me pull this up. Hey, celebrity friends and content creators, because half the people I listed, I either have shared space with several times or I know them directly. Hey, celebrity friends and content creators, can we skip the lazy eye rolling at people who are showing empathy for technical strangers who they've been encouraged to emotionally invest in? Social media, content creation encourages people to invest in strangers. That's kind of the fucking point, you mental giants. Yes? Then I said, since that's how you pay your own bills. The hypocrisy and lack of self-awareness in those smug, you don't even know them posts, when so many of you have built your entire careers on trending in the exact same way, is loud and annoying me and my homegirls. The fact that many of you don't even know that Kayla Nicole went to school for journalism because you only know her as a trending topic tethered to Travis Kelce. So the fact that Kayla Nicole, the person most benefiting from a bunch of strangers who don't know her, investing in her so she can pay her rent, is rolling her eyes and saying, y'all don't even know them. Girl, we don't know you. We don't know you. When people who don't know you make you trend so that you can get brand deals, that's okay. But when people who don't know Christy and Desmond do the same thing, suddenly we're dummies. And Saranis, you got a fucking nerve. We got too many friends in common, and I know too much of your business, so I'm going to keep it cute. Big L. Big L. Sharon, you are a walking L. And then I start to get attacked by pick-me's. Apparently, guys, the pick-mishas have crowned Desmond Scott their king. And so I wrote, if you're a woman going out of your way to defend a man who's now admitted, yes, he admitted, for those who have been under a rock, he admitted that he cheated, who has admitted to dishonorably cheating on his wife just because you think she's annoying and deserved it, and don't want to admit that she's the breadwinner and the only reason we even know who they are because he's a chef. I know what you are. The pick-me's spent all day attacking me. I didn't find out until several hours later. They told me to shut the fuck up. Many of them told me to shut the fuck up. Please say that to my face. If you see me outside, tell me to shut the fuck up. Let's see how that goes, right? All these pick-me's have been telling me to shut the fuck up for about 36 hours now because of Desmond's response. And the funny thing is, I love Mike, but when the response came out, Mike was like, oh, this is a great apology, because the first sentence said, I apologize to my wife. I don't know if my friend read the rest of it, though, because I think the apology was trash. I think the apology was manipulative trash, and that the reason why the pick-me's are defending Desmond, because he put a line in there that was intentionally meant to throw her under the bus while pretending to apologize. You are a piece of shit. If you cheat on your high school sweetheart who you've been with for 14 years, you could have shut up and privately handled it. But if you're going to talk to the public and intentionally say something, and we're going to get into the apology in a second and bring Dex back, for you to write an apology where you intentionally put in a sentence that is meant to make thirsty bitches have your back and turn on Christy because you know how bitches are, right? When you are a tall, light-skinned, conventionally attractive man who has money and can cook, you know damn well how many women have seen you and Christy and wanted her spot because bitches be bitching, right? You know damn well, because you have Wi-Fi and have read the comment section, that there are women who are waiting for your wife's downfall, and you intentionally slipped in the sentence that you knew would trigger them to have an excuse to throw her under the bus and cape for you. You are trash, Desmond. That apology was fucking trash. Let me put the video up real quick. Hey, Dexter.
Babe, you have to get off your chest. You got to let it be known. Let it be free.
For you to break my heart and then throw me under the bus while pretending to apologize to me, nasty work.
There's a lot of that. Like, that's what I'm saying. This year, people are coming out of pocket, like out the gate. Like,
and Dexter, don't tell them who we're going to talk about in the members only, because I'm going to ask you this one question before we get to the Desmond and Christy thing. For the topic that we're doing the members only, on a scale of 1 to 10, how honest are you going to be?
I don't know how to post what I'm going to talk about it, so I'm being 100% honest. 10, 11, 20, I don't care. Like, I'm tired.
So you can be bad cop. I'll be good cop. We'll see how that works. All right, let's play the video. Hold on. Let me put it like this. I'll try to be good cop.
This does not interview smart people very well.
Let me fast forward Cam Newton and go to the bullshit of the pick-me's. This is a video of a bunch of girls at a bar freaking out the night that the Desmond's apology bullshit. When Desmond's apology came out, everybody immediately had a reaction, and mine was immediately bad, and I predicted it correctly.
Now you put her on blast. Yes.
Not yet.
He did it, y'all. I can't believe it. He actually spoke up. Desmond done spoke up, and here's what he said, okay? I want to first off by apologizing to Chrissy, the family, and everyone who has been impacted by this public attention surrounding the situation. Now, listen, wait.
Someone's saying, starting off with, I want to apologize to Chrissy, her family, and everybody affected. Great start. Great start. Let's see where it turns into a dumpster fire.
I know the news has been disappointing to many, and I am truly sorry for the hurt it has caused. Chrissy is the mother of my children and will always come first. I remain fully committed to being an active, present, loving parent to our boys.
So far, so good, right, Dexter? All right?
Decent.
So far, so good. Now, mind you guys, I need you to understand, this motherfucker, sorry, let me breathe. Sorry. I forgot. This man posted this on his birthday. It was January 10th was his birthday. So he's pulling this stunt on his birthday.
I always been. Chrissy and I faced challenges and made sincere efforts to work through them.
So far, he's apologized, he's acknowledged, and he's saying that both of us have worked sincerely to make this marriage work, and then it's about to go left.
Toward the end of 2025, I wanted a separation, and I had a conversation with Chrissy regarding this.
In the middle of apologizing to Christy and their family, he says, P.S. I wanted out of this thing last year, bruh. At the end of 2025, I wanted to leave, and we had a conversation. Why?
Child, at the end of 2025 was 3 days ago. Like, it's not.
Thank you. The pictures are like, why y'all mad at me? He's been wanting a divorce since last year. Last year was 13 days ago. You simple bitch. Sorry, Dexter. This is why, Dexter, you're supposed to be helping me. Sorry.
Press play.
Okay, let me press play.
During this period, I made mistakes. He made choices he wasn't proud of.
You see what he just did? He said, I wanted out first. That's a pass. For those of you who don't know how passive aggressive people work, him saying I wanted out first last year is him saying, y'all keep saying she dumped me because she filed, but I actually wanted to leave. Which, by the way,
I don't care. This is a divorce proceeding. This is a legal matter now. And you put this on a story.
On your IG story. And then he followed saying that I wanted to be out first.
With a letter, like, girl.
He follows it with, and I'm not proud of what I did after that conversation, which, by the way, is his passive way of implying that they had the conversation. Christy didn't let him leave her, and that's why he cheated. The amount of manipulation in
Child, it might as well be. I know most folks might not get this reference, but that might as well be Ross, we're on a break. Like, girl, no.
It's worse than Ross, we're on a break from Friends. It's worse than that, because what you're saying is,
but it's in a lot, like, it's in that genre of.
Yes, and though you are basically spoon feeding the pick-me's that he's a good man, Savannah. He told you he wanted to leave, so if he cheats on you, it's your fault. Let me tell y'all something real quick, friends and family. Why are you acting like a liar's word is gospel? Him saying, I told her I wanted to be out and I'm not proud of myself. How do we know it even happened in that order? First of all, because liars like to switch things in different chronological orders. Number two, how do we know how he phrased it? He could have said, let's work on our marriage. And she said, bet, let's work on it. And then he cheated. Why are you assuming he said, I want out? And she said, please don't go, please don't go, please. Why are we assuming that he was clear and that she was desperate? All he said is, I told her that I was having a problem and I cheated.
That accent took me out. I'm so sorry.
So sorry. They act like she Oliver Twist. Please, sir, give me a piece of dick. The fuck? I'm sorry. I'm so mad. I'm so fucking. You know why? Because when niggas lie on me, this is how they do it. This is exactly how they do it.
But he took responsibility for those actions.
He took responsibility. Girl, what?
She's reading it from her perspective, not his.
I'm not going to call nobody else a simple
She's
bitch.
a narrator now.
I'm not going to call nobody else a simple bitch for the rest of the live. I'm going to chill.
He shared them with her directly and personally, and ultimately we decided to divorce. I asked for this privacy and compassion as we navigate this difficult chapter of our lives. Thank you to everyone who has supported us over the years. I'm grateful for the support and will continue sharing my love for whatever.
So Desmond is the one who no longer wanted to be with Christy. And
where does it say that?
And like for her to specifically put him in second person during those two things and then go back to reading it as if you're just reading it secondhand, ma'am.
Not the other way around. Y'all.
Nowhere did it say that I wanted out and it wasn't the other way around. We don't know what her response was to him telling him. He could have said, let's work on us. And she could have said, fuck you, nigga. We don't know. Why are we acting like this is the sacred scrolls coming down from the mountain? What the? Okay.
And this is also one of those situations where, like, it's a marriage, you have children. This isn't going to be, well, I want out, that type of conversation. Like, there are other lives involved. This is a long-term thing. We don't know if she was like, well, we don't know if she recommended counseling. We don't know if it was we don't know the context.
Dexter, people are writing think pieces saying, Christy, when that man told you he wanted to leave, why didn't you let him leave? How do we know that's what he said to her?
The only clip I saw regarding this was...
You're about to see many more in about 3 seconds. Go ahead.
there was one clip when they were like doing like a little picnic in the park or something. And it was I think they were live, I guess. And he was like messing with her and she said your mama. And like everybody was like, that was a sign she meant that, your mama. Oh my goodness.
I knew the information was going to start coming out, but I did not think it was going to get this muddy.
Desmond told Chrissy to sit her ass down. He said, girl.
Where in the email, where in the IG story did he say that, sis?
You're right. It's a lot of pygmishas out there. It's a
girl,
lot.
Do you gotta be Mortal Kombat and Karate Kid every day? Anyways, let's get into it. Desmond just posted that he said he talked to Chrissy about a separation in 2025. Y'all are up on this man for
13 days ago. Genius.
Saying that he cheated and he was this and he's wrong. He said he talked about a separation. Did he admit that he was wrong? Yes. But it seems like he really tried to talk about it and take a break.
I intentionally want to get to a certain part.
My husband and I had this conversation. I was like, I would be
for that. Because there's a certain part that I want us to wait till we land on, because she's going to say something that everybody else is saying that is nowhere in this.
Girl, do you gotta be Mortal Kombat and Karate Kid every day? Anyways, let's get into it. Desmond just posted that he said he talked to Chrissy about a separation in 2025. Y'all are up on this man for saying that he cheated and he was this and he's wrong. He said he talked about a separation. Did he admit that he was wrong? Yes. But it seems like he really tried to like talk about it and
where did it say that he really tried to talk about it?
Take a break.
He said I wanted out at the end of 2025. That is it. And we had a conversation. A conversation does not constitute the resolution of marriage. Like that.
It also doesn't constitute that she was holding you hostage. You see how they're adding all this extra shit that's nowhere in the letter.
Scroll down. Scroll down.
Imagine your wife or your husband just jumping around doing karate kicks all fucking day. My husband and I had this conversation. I was like, I would.
So now the story has become, well, he told her he wanted out. She was a desperate bitch who wouldn't let him out. And he wanted out because she's disrespectful and constantly doing comedy skits. None of that was in the letter.
Be annoyed. We talked about this a year ago.
You mean
a year ago, and he loved watching them. And I was like, I would be so irritated if you over there jumping, kick, flipping, dolphin diving and shit all day. It would drive me crazy.
Some of y'all might not like this, but honestly, I'm not shocked about the whole Chrissy and Desmond thing because she was really annoying. Imagine being in your 30s and stumping around your house around your spouse.
So now it's Christy's fault for him cheating because she was annoying and he had no other choice.
In heels, just making hella noise, just stumping around like a little kid. Imagine that, especially when you just want to have a nice, peaceful, quiet evening and you got your spouse running around clamping heels and just running around like a goddamn maniac. And imagine you trying to cook and then she slams her hand down in the flour and the eggs and make a big mess. See that? I'm surprised he was even able to hide his emotion behind the camera because that would have really sent me over. I just feel like that man got tired and he just got so annoyed to the point where it's just like he was done. Like, imagine having to fake through a camera all the time.
You know, I didn't.
That's a sound clip from another clip that got moved, but it actually worked out perfectly over here. Look at Dexter's face. So now I'm gonna play the clip, this clip that I think is got overplayed. How perfect was it that sound mistake happened with that clip though, Dexter?
I thought you edited that. That's how I was.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, that actually worked out perfectly accidentally. She's like, this poor man, he had to cheat because she was doing videos that were making them millionaires. What?
I was like, that was producing income. What do you mean? Like, that was like, that put money in his pocket. Like,
Desmond has 16,000 followers on YouTube. Christy has 4.9. They are not the same.
No, I did not foresee the amount of pygmies that would come to the surface. And I don't know why I didn't, because it just seems like the pygmies are like, they are cockroaches, baby. Like, you turn the lights off and on and they scatter.
Yep.
So now, I should have known. Now the people are trying to predict whose fault was the divorce, right? And the lady ain't said nothing.
Nothing.
The man has. The lady ain't said nothing.
The lady's listening to her lawyers.
Now he's coming out and he said his piece. But people are picking sides, child. And baby, in true form and fashion, the pick-me's got their capes on, honey, and they is caping for this man.
Yeah, they are.
My God, on today. My God, on today. And I'm just like, do y'all hear yourselves? Do y'all hear yourselves? So
They
there,
probably
I
in the
guess it's the
DMs.
piece about their religion, which again, I'm like, I did not consume their content. Like I seen them in that kooky laugh, and I seen her doing kooky shit. I've never paid no attention to where them folks go, how they operate, nothing of the sort. But
she is me.
One thing that people have clocked was he started at this amount of followers and he got to this amount of followers. She started at this amount of followers and he got to this amount of.
By the way, Desmond's following has gone up after he issued the apology because now the pick-me's are convinced that he's a good man who just had a disrespectful wife who emasculated him.
Followers. And then I'm getting the people that saying, well, by the looks, people are crazy. By the looks of the videos, he never wanted to do that shit anyway. And I think he was tired of the antics and he was ready to go. Y'all are crazy. This is okay. So y'all do know when you create content, right? One, you do numerous takes of the same thing. That is.
Thank you, guys. If you think that shit surprised him because it only happened in one take, you are a dumbass. He, for years, was doing take after take for every one of those videos, pretending to be surprised. And y'all, do you also know that, like, Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus are the same person? Do y'all also know that, since y'all so bright? I feel like I need to break things to y'all since y'all. Sorry. Dexter, no, seriously. No, at this point now, I'm concerned about how much they understand about production.
Media creation 101. Like that skit that they do, she probably was doing them backflips. She probably did them backflips 15 times.
Right.
And he did that laugh 15 times. She probably walked in 15 times and he probably did that 15 times. Then they will rummage through those and get the best take. Now it's a question to say, that's subjective. Did they pick the best take? Well, shit, they must have, because it garnered the following that they collectively have. So there's the curated, created content, and y'all are judging by what, I don't know, to say that he really didn't want to do it. But when y'all say stuff like this is not, I know y'all are pick-me's, because in saying he probably didn't, you are infantilizing him and insinuating that he's doing this and didn't have a choice.
Yep.
That man can do any fucking thing he wants. People can do what they want. People do what they want. And men,
especially tall, attractive men over 6 feet who have money and can cook,
do exactly what they want to do. Ain't no man, especially ain't no black man, ain't no biracial man, begrudgingly doing anything. They're doing it because they benefit directly. Now, there's a question of, do they like doing it? But there's a difference between the thing and how you feel about the thing. Those are two different things, and sometimes those things are not mutually exclusive.
People give consent to do stuff they don't like all the fucking time. Am I crazy, Dexter?
Child.
Dexter, you do all these fun dances. Do you do them all in one take forever, ever?
Sometimes 2, 3, that technically counts for a one take wonder.
When you're doing it with a second party now, do you do it in one take when it involves a second person?
Not at all. Never.
Exactly.
But even for me,
impossible.
2 to 3 times, I mean, that's not like 2 to 3 times is a one take wonder. And that's because I was very I'm not about to spend all day doing
But
this.
that's you alone. I intentionally asked that question to show you
but that leads me to my next point. On a normal day, especially if it's an actual difficult dance.
With another person, not alone, with another person.
But I need to say alone as well. That one that take me out this club one I just did, that was at least an hour and a half of me trying to figure out my life. Now, if it's with another person, like if it's with my best friend, we can suss it out in about 5 takes. But if it's with other people, because I don't really shoot a lot of dance content with a lot of different people, But the one time I did with a big group, we were there. Something that should have been at least 5 takes took 10. So like, yeah, it's a range, and if we don't get it, we don't post it. That's the thing.
5
it's
to
like
10 takes for a professional dancer. And y'all think that Desmond has just been standing around his house for 5 years, surprised by one take wonder Christy doing something that he has no consent in, because it happened before he could have any input. The stupidity is so loud in this, y'all. I can't even pretend that I respect y'all. I'm sorry. I can't even pretend that I respect it.
So you can do a thing because you know it pays well, but I really don't like doing this. Me, I don't necessarily love doing hair. I'm great at it, and there are moments of enjoyment, but overall, it's not something that I always want to be doing, but it pays my bills. Get it? So if he didn't want to do it, he just simply didn't have to do it. Then there's a piece of, well, he couldn't get a divorce because he's Jehovah's Witness, and Jehovah's Witnesses can't.
If one more fucking person uses the Jehovah's Witness thing, I swear to God, I'm about to lose it.
Get a divorce unless they're cheating, ma'am.
The content creator.
Hold on for a second. I can't let you in the thing play because people have been complaining.
Yeah.
But what happened about you about to say that?
The content creating wouldn't be existent if it was a real Jehovah's Witness. Let's be honest.
Ooh. Well, Dexter, I mean, I do have questions about that. Let me shut up.
Any motherfucking thing you want. Because guess what? The Bible actually does say, thou shalt not commit adultery. Now, it does not say in them 12 commandments, thou shalt not get a divorce. So if there is a sin that would be weighed more hellish, wouldn't it be the adultery? Because adultery is lying, deceiving, betraying, breaking. And he said in his statement, he is apologizing. So what then would he be apologizing for? Why would he need to apologize to anybody but that lady? What are y'all talking about? Y'all are pick-me's. Please understand, them men don't need nobody to help them with their side. He don't need no help. He benefited 100%. So then I seen one lady saying, why would he quit his career to follow her? Why would he, he quit his career? I said, well, shit, what the fuck was he? Because nobody fucking knew of him. No.
Apparently, Desmond was going to buy NBC, y'all. That's what I'm hearing from the pick-me-shits. He was going to buy NBC, and this is a plot to keep black men down, just like Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. That's what I'm hearing. Because when Bill Cosby got caught, he was about to buy NBC. This is a plot, right? The CIA has Desmond on a list, and they're trying to take a good, strong black man down. Is that what y'all saying?
He's about to buy NBC.
I'm sorry.
Nobody knew who he was. Besides laughing at her antics, what do you say? There is a great reason. Well, what was he? Well, go look. I'm not going to look. This is the point. This is the thing. The only reason why we know about them is because of her. She's the reason for the season. We're always the reason for the season. So I'm like, no, I don't fucking care. I'm just saying, you making it seem like
someone said Desmond's a Michelin star chef. Now he's Gordon Ramsay. I went to his page and he was making a cheesesteak. I'm confusion. You hoes. By the way, this music was so perfectly placed where it originally placed. I'm so sad that we would get to the clip where it belonged. It's going to just be silence, but it's okay. By the way, this is what happens when I rush to start the live on time. I'm going to be late forever if it means that my production value goes down. All right, let's watch one more other person because this girl slayed with her.
A-list stars. She's best friends with her. And what does he bring to the table? Y'all are some pick-me's.
Seeing so many women get on this app and try to say, oh yeah, he cheated on Christy because she was too much, she was emasculating him, she was doing all this, you boring bitches irritate my soul because y'all think y'all are so much better because you don't do certain things, and I'm not emasculating my man, I don't do X, Y, and Z. All these talking points that men say all the time that, she need to be my piece. You can still be his piece and he will still treat you like a piece of shit. He will still cheat. You know how many men have sat up and said exactly the type of woman they want, and a woman will be exactly that, and he will still cheat on her with the exact opposite of the thing he said he wanted. Y'all sit up here and make it seem like she was the problem for being herself. Pick me bitches get on my nerves. Because what do you mean? Her having her personality and being herself. And I'm not saying he wasn't annoyed. I'm not saying that, they just weren't compatible. But that still does not justify you cheating. Now, I low-key don't even think that even happened. I think they just been trying to get a divorce for a good minute because they Jehovah Witness, and the Jehovah Witnesses and then don't want to witness divorce.
Oh, I'm so tired of the Jehovah. Oh my God.
So they had to come up with something. I low-key think that's what's going on. But for the sake of the context that we are given, I am annoyed with how many women are ganging up on this woman.
I don't for 1 second believe a Taurus woman worth millions was going to let her husband embarrass her just to get out of a divorce. She would have said, fuck y'all, we're just divorcing.
Because of her being herself and her personality and her content. You don't like her content, you don't have to like her content. But to say that, oh, that's why she got cheated on was because she was doing all that. There are women who don't do all that and still get cheated on by the same men that say that they prefer that their women don't do all that.
That part.
It does not matter. A nigga will cheat on you just because he wants to. There is no way to stop a man from cheating. You just got to stay away from cheaters. That's it.
You see how simple that is, Dexter? Have you ever been cheated on, or do you not feel comfortable sharing?
Never been in a relationship to be cheated on. So,
have you ever felt betrayed in a relationship?
Yes.
I will say this. I dated a man one time who said, "You're the only woman I've never cheated on." And I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." He's like, "No. It's not because it's sweet. I'm scared of you." I said, "Excuse me?" I'm thinking, oh, he about to get a blowjob. He was like, "No, I'm scared." I said, "Excuse me." He said, "When we go to bed, sometimes you wake up and you have these dreams and you ask me very specific questions that feels like you've been spying on me. I know you said you're a little psychic, but if you can pick up on shit like that just from us fucking and sleeping in the same bed, I just don't feel comfortable." Well, guess what happened a month later, Dexter? I have a dream that his friend Ashley has a crush on him. The same Ashley who said, "I can't wait for you to meet her. She's coming over for dinner tomorrow." Has a crush on him and was trying to get with him now that she found out that he was in a relationship with me. I wake up the next morning and say, "Hey, why did I have a dream that Ashley likes you and told you that she feels the way that we're together and that she wanted to be with you? But that can't be true because she's coming over for dinner tonight, yes?" The man got up and went to the bathroom, didn't come out for 30 minutes. Ashley never came over.
She's in tune.
Ashley never fucking came over. And so I need you to know that aside from me being psychic, I think I would have been cheated on. I think a lot of people haven't cheated because they're scared. Here's the thing, though. A man who doesn't cheat because he's scared isn't a man of integrity. He's just reading the room. Yes? A man who cheats when he has everything to lose, that tells you that his desire to disrupt and destroy what's there and or his low self-esteem is louder than whatever he has to lose. So either Desmond is someone who is incredibly selfish and resentful of Christy and cheated because it felt like his way of taking his power back because she's the main character everywhere else, and or his selfishness was louder than what he had to lose and he thought that somehow he could finesse his way into being the good guy. If the second one is the ploy, it worked. He's finessed his way into being the good. His following skyrocketed after that statement. Does
well, I think if we're gonna keep it a buck,
always.
In this situation, just from what I've gathered, just from watching this, because I knew when it happened, but again, because I'm not clued into them like that, like they're not constantly on my FYP. But I know exactly who they are, and I'm, life happens. Incompatibility, got it. I think the divorce is going to be very generous to her, and this is him doing damage control to keep his options open.
Doing damage control while pretending to apologize, again, like I said at the beginning, is nasty work. Shout out to Mitson for saying low self-esteem. A couple of years ago, I lost my shit because a girl on social media said that she had high self-esteem, and I came undone. So Mitson, no, I came undone. So Mitson, thank you for the throwback.
Low self-esteem is nuts.
Self-esteem. That's like eclectic. It's like eclectic, actually. It's very much like eclectic.
In alignment with eclecta.
Been trying to gaslight us is to try to justify why he cheated on Christy and why they're getting divorced is low-key kind of insane and very telling on I feel like that whole relationship. I don't want to be parasocial because I don't know those folks. All I know is that they've been together for a decade and a half. He cheated and now they're getting a divorce and everyone is heartbroken. I mean, befuddled. That man wrote a novel talking about, I wanted to divorce back in 2025 and that didn't happen. So one thing led to another. I did some things I shouldn't have done and I cheated and now we're getting divorced for real. You could have left. You know, that's what's wrong with men. And that's honestly what bothers me the most about the situation is you have been with that woman for a decade and a half and talking about, well, I wanted to divorce. If you wanted to leave that bad, you could have packed up your stuff and left. But you decided to stay. You decided to give her any little glimpse of hope or faith.
By the way, Dexter, in the chat, we call people N-words. We're getting a t-shirt that says N-words. It takes a second, doesn't it? It takes a second for you to realize what you're saying. Yep, N-words.
That something could happen, something could be better. Like, y'all would fix it.
This is like, no, it didn't take a second. I got it immediately.
Like, correct.
After Cam Newton, I don't want to guess how people comprehend.
Yo, move on. Y'all have been together for a decade and a half after all. That's not like a crazy hope to have, given your husband is still entertaining the fact.
Exactly. If your husband says, I think I want out, it's not insane and you're not begging him if you say, let's work on this. Why is everybody acting like Christy was begging? We're going to do one more before we pivot to the topic for the after show.
Be a completely different conversation because I've seen ugly boyfriends with beautiful girlfriends cheat and get dragged through the mud.
Her premise is she doesn't think that if Desmond was actually, let me see if I can go back to the beginning because her premise was great. So.
End up heartbroken and left alone to pick up the pieces of your heart all by yourself. That's all I have to say about that.
I think if Desmond wasn't as attractive as Christy is, this would be a completely different conversation.
What do you think about that premise? They're equally attractive, equally light-skinned, equally conventionally attractive.
Equally yoked, as they say. Equally yoked.
The gag is this is the only place they're equally yoked.
Because I've seen ugly boyfriends with beautiful girlfriends cheat and get dragged through the mud. If Desmond was less attractive than Christy, we'd be dragging him for...
We call Young Thug everything but a child of God.
I'll say this, though. That hairline wasn't equally yoked.
Ooh! I've seen so many people say, hey, wait a minute. We don't know the full story yet. There's still details to come, etc. So there's a lot of protection for Desmond. And to an extent, I feel bad for the both of them because even if this relationship was nearing its end and they just decided to keep it off cameras, I think when you have such a public persona and when your brand is built off of your relationship, you don't get to grieve your relationship in private the way you would if you didn't have a relationship channel or if your relationship wasn't your brand. Because as soon as one or the other of you goes missing, it's going to be a cause for questions. And so you're always going to have to answer them unless you decide to just avoid it. But then if your brand is to let your audience into your relationship, you know, that's not going to really, I don't know if that's going to work as well for you. But I do think the dissolution of high profile relationships is always going to be sad. I think there's always going to be curiosity about it. The only thing I can hope for this couple, both Christy and Desmond, because the fucked up thing about it is that even though there are allegations of infidelity, I did like Desmond. I thought he was a sweet guy, or at least he appeared to be a sweet guy. I thought, you know, he doted on his wife, you know, and unfortunately, you know, it does call into question how much of that is true, or maybe it was mostly true, but he was just a really effective cheater. Who knows? But I do think that if Desmond was less attractive than Christy, this conversation would be so different. Honestly, so different.
Hand me the black amount.
This is really what it says. It says, so y'all giving Desmond more followers after he cheated on Christy. How his IG go from 1.7 to 1.8? Well,
Horses.
One fun fact that maybe the fans don't know about y'all.
Desmond's laugh, like me and my family and my friends, we didn't think a thing of it until we started doing social media and everyone.
That's because y'all have known him since he was 12, and so you didn't notice that he didn't grow into a man when it came to his vocal cords. Everybody else was like, what the fuck is this Disney hyena doing?
Made a big deal. We were like, is his laugh really like that much of a deal? And we didn't realize it until we started posting content and people were like,
you thought that was her good Judy.
Going wild over it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, so this is the part that I covered with the Korean music. Now I'm just going to have to make it silent. This was originally covered with Korean music. The sad Korean music was them showing all the times that Christy was performing and doing stuff for their family to eat, and he's just on his phone. Completely disengaged while she's making them millions. She's doing all this work while he's annoyed in the back, still getting the check.
Making a mistake.
Because he's a Jehovah's Witness and it's Thursday. Sorry, Sunday, according to Cam Newton.
Christy Scott has responded. And of course,
By the way, him being a chef and her response is to show that she's still eating good without him is kind of Taurus coded. Him being a chef and her only response to his fake apology is to show that she's still eating good without him is hilarious.
Christy and Desmond Scott drama has taken over the internet over the weekend, and Desmond responded yesterday with his, statement of what happened. But the only thing we've seen from Christy now is this plate of food. She posted this about 5 minutes ago and put lunch, and it looks great. She put the smiley, the heart eyes, and the face. So this is her response so far. We haven't heard anything else from her besides this plate of food.
Hey. Now he got dick sucking lips. Hello, have you not read the room? Have you not seen the host? Would you?
I mean, not to infantilize anybody, but I tuned into the content and I'm just shut up. Dexter, stop. Look at
My dick sucking in my chat. What are you gonna do next? Make fun of big titties? Y'all need to read the room a little bit. Again, it's bad.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on in her head. It's just kind of funny how, he's a chef and he used to cook for her, and now she's seemingly not eating his food anymore. So she posts a food plate. Is she being petty, y'all? Like, I don't know. I feel some type of way about it. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. And I know some of y'all gonna say it's not y'all business. I know it's not my business, but they're public figures. That's why we're talking about it, okay?
Oh, okay. Cringe alert. Cringe
Not
alert.
Terry.
Yes.
Not Terry.
Guys, this is the end of the main chat. We are going to show you the video first in the main chat and then immediately pivot over. Dexter, I will send you the link to the members only chat because we are going to be talking about Easy, the stud content creator who, raise your hand if you heard what's going on with Easy and the fat suit. Let's look in the chat real quick. Yes, we're gonna be talking about Easy, and me and Dexter know many of the parties involved. That's why we're going to So let's play the video first, and when we're done playing the incredibly fucking offensive video, the end of this video includes someone that I used to call a friend, laughing at the stupid fat bitches who are offended. In the words of 50, how the fuck I get in it? Right? Because allegedly, here's the thing, Dexter, have you ever had somebody flirt with you and then you find out that they're fat phobic, but it didn't stop them from flirting?
Babe.
That's why it's behind the paywall.
Babe.
That's why it's behind the paywall. Because it can't be the same bitch who was luring me into her room. Let me shut up. Ooh, Dexter, this is gonna be hard for me, Dexter. It's gonna be hard for me. Okay, let's just play.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Oh, Dexter, this part I haven't told you yet. Okay, let me breathe. I need to breathe. Okay, let's do this.
Hi, excuse me. Where's her? She gave me a ticket.
For those who don't know, she's making fun of Samira. Samira is the ambulance chaser content creator that I did an expose on a couple of months back. I am not a fan of hers, and we posted receipts about why I think that she's a charlatan, and though she's still a person who doesn't deserve to be bullied online. Two things can coexist.
Samara is my homie. I adore her. I love her.
I love that.
I understand your perspective of that.
Mm-hmm.
But we are in alignment when it comes to this shit right here.
Yeah, here's the thing. You can love somebody and still understand that they are playing the game for clicks and it's not just about the movement. Can we all agree to that?
100%.
And so and for those who haven't seen my video about Samira versus Cardi B, please go watch it because in the video, it's full of receipts that allow you to come to your own conclusion. In the video, I talk about how I loved Samira, but then she's done some things that have been so obnoxious and blatantly for clout chase and not for the cause, more about her than the cause, which happens all the way, by the way, to a lot of people when they become famous, that I had some critiques of her approach that were not about fatness, they were about honesty, right? And had we been friends, we would have had that conversation privately, but we weren't. So Dexter, maybe I should have called you had I known you known her, and you could have told her what I thought before it got on camera. However, though, I was still fair while critiquing.
You're always like, that's the thing. You're always fair. And I think that your approach to transparency is very different from other people.
Yeah.
Case in point. And it's just because I do know her intentions, and I do understand very specifically where she's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
My empathy and my understanding extends to some of those that would be seen as more obnoxious moments. Like, I completely, like, again, that your critique of her is extremely valid, and I understand where it's coming from. But
and it was steeped in a desire for her to do better too. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I want her to be canceled. It was like, sis,
yeah.
You gotta tweak this, babe, because you're opening yourself up to some valid criticisms that your bigness does not cover you from.
We're all human.
Yeah. We're all human, exactly. Nobody, myself included, like the Blue Crew will correct me in a heartbeat. So even I'm not fucking exempt. Yeah. And so a lot of people were like, oh, what do you think about this? Assuming that just because I critiqued someone's approach that I thought they were inhuman. We're gonna play this video, but before I finish the video and then we pivot to members only, I'm gonna say this. Samira is a brilliant girl. She's a beautiful girl. She's ridiculously fucking talented. Ridiculously talented. And she's
so intelligent. So intelligent.
And she's also young enough to have time to evolve, because when I was her age, I would critique me in the way that I approach things at this big age that I am now. I also want to point out that fat phobia is a blanket term for what we're about to watch. And though, when your fat phobia makes you dress like a specific person who actually exists in the world, that's not fat phobia anymore. It's bullying.
Not just dress like them, actually
mocking. And we're about to play the video.
Targeted.
It's bullying. You're bullying this girl. And so let's watch what it looks like when a light. I'm going to say this real quick. If you are a content creator, I'm about to hurt some people's feelings. Dexter, be a good cop right now. I'm going to say this with all the love in my heart, but also the accuracy in my brain. If you are a content creator who made a lot of money in 2020, there's a 50-50 chance that it was because you were talented. There's also 50-50 chances because we were all stuck in the house. A lot of you came up during the pandemic simply because we had nowhere to go, not because you're good at what you do. And so a lot of the dusty bitches who got a lick back and a couple mil because we had nowhere to go and we were being held captive. And so you were the only thing that we saw about doom scrolling. Now that we have options and are able to go outside, you're learning the hard way that you weren't as good as you thought. And now you're finding cheap ways to stay relevant.
Ain't no good cop here. That's as one of said people who thrived in 2021 to 2023 specifically.
You saw
that's a fact. That's
and so Dexter, you can speak to. It's very few of y'all that were able to stay because if you had talent, you could stay. If you didn't have talent, you're floundering. Yes, because you're like, oh shit, I thought it was me. It was just the ecosystem. Dexter is still relevant because Dexter actually has fucking talent.
And even with that talent, because I am on the other end of a spectrum that will not stand for certain things, and I am in a segment of our community that is actively trying to be erased right now.
Yep.
It's hard out here for a pimp. Because
it's hard for the talented. What is it for the people who aren't?
For the desperate,
now
they think they're thriving. It's an illusion.
Easy isn't the friend that we're talking about. You're gonna see the friend we're talking about in a second. I will say this: I met Easy a year ago because I had to interview her fiance, and OBO Jones and Gail Bean and a couple other people for the Black Love Summit. So Black Love had a panel, and Easy's fiance was on the panel.
I met Easy, I want to say like a year before that at I want to say it was the opening, the re-grand opening of the Abbey. She was with Amber at the time, like homie Amber at the time. So when I saw this is like gut punch.
Let's watch the video. And by the way, the friend that I'm devastated by being part of this is Amber. For those who know that I moved to LA to do a talk show, Amber was the co-host that I fought to be on the talk show with me. So when I moved to LA, I fought for Amber's Closet to be my co-host. I considered her a friend. I considered her a friend at the time. We spent a lot of time together because when you're doing a talk show together, you have to spend a lot of time together in pre-production. And I've defended her in ways that I'm not gonna say I regret, but I'm saddened by what she's decided to take part in. Let's play the video, and I don't want to say too much before we go behind the paywall.
Yeah.
Oh, in LA, look at this meter. Look what it says. Sometimes I diet. Oh, okay. Y'all fat phobic.
I was always told growing up, if I don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. But I have an issue with authority, so I don't always listen. And I think it's warranted in this instance. So as a big fat, big back, hungry bitch, I fear I just might eat this. I blame the year 2010 when yellow bone, red bone studs became all the rave because it set this precedent for 2020 when the world was shut down and people had nothing better to do than to scroll on their phones and taking brain rot all day, and Easy made it upon their screens that her ability to be extraordinarily mid with her copycat content somehow made her talented. But you see, I've never followed Easy because I don't have an unnatural allegiance to losers. Wait, does losing a TikTok award make you a loser? No, it's your ability to regurgitate other people's shit at a high capacity that makes you a loser. No, it's you paying money to be put into a fat suit with fat makeup to make fun of my mutual that advocates for fat people that makes you a loser. Maybe it's all three. But what really got me is when I sat and thought about how much effort you had to put into bullying somebody that's never said anything to you. Like, this idea came to you and you followed through on your own accord. Not only was it intellectually such a low-grade thought, to purchase materials like a fat suit, a Big Girls Matter shirt, and then sit through fat makeup, thoroughly committing to being the corniest cornball of them all, tells me you really are a weirdo on a scale that we probably can't even fucking measure yet. And I blew my shit further by checking the likes in the comment section, because not only do I see two of my mutuals in the likes, Boston CEO unfollowed and Amber's Closet unfollowed fucking weirdo, then I also see Chris Ace,
not everybody. Amber, look at that.
Not one of my mutuals, but somebody whose content I've interacted with from time to time, and they're laughing like, bitch, what the fuck is actually funny? It never fails when that engagement gets low, so the view's not coming through, and neither is the money. People get into the depths of their desperation bag, and whatever they pull out is the core of who they are, and it just turns out being light-skinned and gay is not interesting, nor does it make you fucking special, so now you have to try harder, and this is the best that you could do. Bigotry?
Big girls is big man.
Now, this is the response that pissed me off and made me decide to do this live when I had told myself that because of my friendship with Amber, I wouldn't. Easy found out about the backlash and did a live with Amber and Stevie. I've met them all, saying the big girls are big mad, and every time she says
at a food festival, no less.
Let's watch.
I said I have bigger fish to fry. I said I don't think it's a big deal. Girls is big man. I said I have bigger fish to fry.
When I saw Amber in the back laughing with them, I said, oh, this is awkward. Now I have to talk about this.
Big deal.
Stevie's a personal trainer. I hope all her clients leave.
Did you see Samira posted another video since Easy took the video down?
Really? What did Samira post? Actually, no. This is the members only. Guys, we're going to leave. We're going to leave.
When we switch over, go look at Samira's new post. Go look at Samira's new.
Send me the link, actually, Dex, because I'm about to open up the chat. I'm going to send you the link as well. So, Dexter, you send me the link, and I'll send you the chat link, guys. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have this conversation. I just asked my spirit guys, and they said yes. So we up, guys. Thank you so much for watching the live. The recap comment that I want you to put in the comments section is congratulations, Tiana. And Christy is not responsible for Desmond's actions. Congratulations, Tiana. And Christy is not responsible for Desmond's choices. Fuck, he made a choice, okay? For everybody who's gonna be in the members only area, I feel like I might choose a little bit of violence. Amber, if you see this, then pay the $10 so you can watch yourself get dragged. Let's do this. We up. All right, Dexter, I'll see you in 2 minutes. Bye, family.